Hi friends, I am Suchitra Kalyan Mohanty. Working in the New Indian Express newspaper in New Delhi, I cover Supreme Court. Today, the Supreme Court has given a landmark judgment on passive euthanasia on Harish Rana. What is this case all about? And why did the Supreme Court deliver this passive euthanasia case on Harish Rana? Let us analyze this in great detail. The Supreme Court's two-judge bench, headed by Justice J.B. Pardiwala and Justice K.B. Viswanathan, has passed a landmark judgment in this Harish Rana case. Why this is a landmark judgment? I am telling you. Because this is one such kind of judgment and the order and direction passed by the Supreme Court that the medical support and withdrawal should be withdrawal from Harish Rana. He was in a vegetative state last 13 years and he was facing a lot of difficulty as his father has moved to the Supreme Court seeking passive euthanasia on his son. Let me tell you that Ashok Rana is a very emotive father, a very good parent. No parents in this world will say that I want passive euthanasia for my son. This person, Ashok Rana, with a great heart has moved to the Supreme Court seeking a direction from the Supreme Court to give passive euthanasia to his son, Harish Rana. No father will do that. But why Ashok Rana did this? Let me tell you all this. Ashok Rana, the father, always said that he doesn't want to see his son lying in a comatose condition last 12 or 13 years. He's in great difficulty. He's in a great stage of problem and all the kind of sufferings he has. Article 21 of the Indian Constitution gives us the way that right to life is a dignified way. And we should live our life in a very dignified manner. And to this, Ashok Rana, on the condition of Article 21, has moved to the Supreme Court and seeking a direction that the Supreme Court should pass the order and give passive euthanasia to his son Harish Rana. And Supreme Court has allowed his plea with great difficulty, although we can say that it's one type of mercy killing. Although it is not called as mercy killing, but it is one type of mercy killing. It is called as passive euthanasia. You will withdraw all kinds of medical support, the feeding tube and the entire bladder tube and all that. You will just withdraw the medical support. And consequently, following this withdrawal of medical treatment and support, the patient will naturally succumb to his injuries or he will die. Reading out the part of the portion of the judgment, Justice Pardiwala, in a very, very emotional speech, emotional direction order, said that it is very difficult to pronounce the order. Let me tell all of you. He has thanked everyone who was a part of this case throughout this entire journey of 1 year or so. He has thanked Additional Solicitor General Aishwarya Bhatti too, who has assisted the court in this case, entire case, along with the law clerks and the Supreme Court's research assistants also. How the Supreme Court has come to this conclusion of giving passive euthanasia to Harish Rana? The Supreme Court is one of its hearings had directed to constitute one medical expert of team to analyze the health condition of Harish Rana. The primary medical expert opinion has said to the Supreme Court that there is remote chance of recovery, there is remote chance of survival of Harish Rana. There is no chance that he will 0.001% survival is there, and there is no recovery of Harish Rana. He is in a complete vegetative state and in a comatose state. Number one. Number two, the Supreme Court, following the guidelines and following the standard operating procedure in these cases of passive euthanasia, has also constituted a second medical expert opinion. And that secondary medical board has also opined that to the Supreme Court that there is remote chance of recovery of Harish Rana. There is no chance of recovery of Harish Rana, very sadly. The court has moved with these kind of words from the medical experts and opinions. Let me tell you, it's a very emotive issue for the Supreme Court also. Finally, the Supreme Court has also met Ashok Rana, the father of Harish Rana, in the chamber. Because Ashok Rana was representing himself through a lawyer through video conferencing. But the court has gone one step ahead in asking Ashok Rana that, can you come down to us, sir, chamber, so that we can have a discussion about your son, because this kind of issues can't be discussed through, video conferencing and all that. It's a very emotive issue. So that's why Ashok Rana has come to the Supreme Court, and there was a discussion or conversation of Ashok Rana, the Harish father, along with Justice K.V. Viswanathan, with Justice Pardiwala. And there was a discussion of half an hour or so. And the court has made up its mind after meeting Ashok Rana. Ashok Rana has conveyed all the submissions to both the judges. And today, the Supreme Court has passed the judgment. The Supreme Court has, in January last month, has reserved the judgment, and today the Supreme Court has passed the judgment and ordered that all the medical withdrawal support should be withdrawn, meaning that he will probably lead to a natural death, or whatever the nature will go.
कंक्लूड कर दो ना।
हाँ, कितना टाइम हो गया?
6.5 मिनट हो गया।
ओह ठीक है, अभी कंक्लूड कर दूंगा 1 मिनट में, ज़्यादा नहीं, 1-2 सेंटेंस में मुझे याद करने दो। ठीक है, हाँ बोलो। So the Supreme Court has finally said that it is very painful for us to deliver this judgment, and thanked everyone. Thank you very much, viewers. Please give me a good feedback about the video, whether you like or any kind of change you like, or you change or modification you want. Thank you. Thank you very much, friends.